We never accept money from companies whose products we review. It's a line you guys have heard us saying very often in our videos.
And we've been thinking about actually talking about how we deal with money, sponsorships, objectiveness, etc. for a while now. So this is that video.
Namaste with DHRME. Doing hard reviews means everything.
All right, let's talk about sponsorship deals.
Yeah.
If a company were to approach us for a partnership, this is how we deal with it.
So the first process when a company comes to us is to vet the company, because you get random companies who have shady practices and we don't want to be involved with that or associated with that. So we actually do some primary research, we look it up online, we talk to people, and that's how we kind of research the company. Also, we pay attention to the comments and things like that. If people are talking stuff about the company, we take that into account as well. So your comments are very important. But then we also vet its products. So if a company wants to sponsor us and we know that the company is good, we vetted it, we say, first we need, and we've never used the product before, but we know it's a good product. So we ask the company for the product, we get it, we test it, we talk about it, and if the product is good, then and only then we proceed with the next step.
Because there's no point in partnering up with a company whose products we don't enjoy using, right? We really need to stand behind the product as well.
Yeah.
And for those companies whose products we review, let's be clear that we'll never do one-off sponsored videos, only partnerships. So to give you an example, if Apple, it's a realistic example, were to say, hey, we want one of your videos to be sponsored, we'd say, well, no, either we go long-term partnership or we're not doing this, because we review iPhones, we review the AirPods, and maybe other products of Apple. So that just doesn't work.
Yeah. And the thing is, so you might be wondering, so you do review companies who sponsor you? No, we do not. So we take the word review very seriously, and there's been a big noise about it on the internet recently with Marquez and his videos. But it's very clear that for us, that sponsored and review don't go together. When we are partnered with a company, we will not review their products. Let's be very clear about that. They may appear in our recommendations. They will probably, because we are a partner, we believe in the company, we vetted the products, we've done that whole shebang. So we will not do a review. If you see a one-off video from us about a product, you can be sure it is not a sponsored video unless we clearly state that. We'll talk a bit more about that. And of course, if the partnership ends, we've also been thinking about this, what do we do? Yes, we will go back to reviewing the products once the partnership ends.
Because there would be no more conflict of interest at that point onwards.
Yeah.
And you might be asking, what about for companies whose products we don't review, right? So like VPN services or an e-learning platform, right? These are typical companies that you don't see on our channel, but are good candidates for sponsorship deals and partnerships. So, for those, we'd have no problem doing one-off videos or one-off sponsorship deals because, there's no conflict.
No. And again, like all things in life, it's not black and white. There is a gray area. For example, we do a lot of audio products reviews, but we also do videos on things like smartwatches.
Yeah.
So how does that work? And actually, this is not in the script, but I want to say this. You might have a company that does audio products and smartwatches and microphones, right?
Yeah.
So we are talking at a company level. So we are not going to be, for example, Apple comes up with a microphone. We're not going to be sponsored for a video about a microphone from Apple, right? Because we review other products as well. And in the same way, in the gray areas like smartwatches, we don't consider those our core product categories, and those brands may appear as sponsors. But we'll be very careful about that. There should be no conflict of interest, and it should be clearly stated.
Okay, and all of this might sound great, and you're thinking, great, these guys came up with a list of things that they want to, stick to. But some things we just can't come up with, like the law. And, that's, for example, there's the Dutch Influencer Act, and it basically says lying is against the law.
Yeah, you have to disclose. There are very strict requirements about that. So
exactly. And that's the reason we will always disclose that if a video is sponsored, it will state it includes partnership, and we'll mention it in the video as well and in the description, etc. Not only the law, but it also violates YouTube policies. So if you actually go through the YouTube policy page, it says clearly that you can't take money, be sponsored, and then not disclose it in your videos. So in general, lying is just bad. So don't do it, kids and adults and YouTubers.
we've talked about ethics and money and things like that. Let's talk about creative control. When we are partnered with a company, we will always clearly disclose that. There will not be a review, like we said. We may make videos like a product rundown or features, and they may or may not include talking points from that company. But again, you will know. It will not be a shady one-word mention in a video. Oh, we're partnered with this, continue with the video.
Yeah.
We are going to be very clear about that.
So again, just to re-emphasize, we will not lie or mislead you guys, even if it is a sponsored video.
Yeah.
For example, we won't put a product at number 1 just because we got sponsored by them. That just makes no sense.
And for our regular videos, what we've been doing up to this point, no one gets creative control except us. And that might also be the case with sponsored videos, by the way. But for regular videos, this is something we can always guarantee.
Now, we also want to talk about a few other forms of exchange we could have with brands. One example is review samples, right? So we do receive products from companies to review. And yes, although we don't always get to keep them all, we do get to keep some of them. But that doesn't affect our opinion about the company or the product, right? So it's still an independent review that you're getting. And because if we didn't receive it, we would have bought it anyway. And we've done plenty of that. And you might be wondering, what do we do with all of these samples, right? So we generally keep most of the samples for future reference and for comparisons with other products.
Running out of space in my house, all the boxes.
A few moments later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have too many things.
We need another house.
Yes.
We need sponsorship deals.
Become a patron so we can buy another house. Yeah.
But we also, from time to time, gift them or sell them off.
So another form of compensation is travel and lodging, which nobody has offered us till now. But we just thought, this video is kind of serving as a document for a while. So let's talk about that as well. This is something we will accept, which will help us reach places in order to, cover new products or experiences. But this will have no effect on our editorial output at all. As far as possible. Of course, if it's a sponsored video or a partner, the same conditions apply. And then there's another form of compensation which has been on the channel from day one or whenever it was possible, when we had enough volume, and that is affiliate marketing. We always have links to the products we talk about in the description of a video. There's a whole debate on the internet if this is ethical or not. For us, it just makes sense. We don't recommend every product. We just link them. And it's up to you guys if you want to buy it via links. Always have links to the products above the description in each video. And if a viewer would like to buy products and does so using those links, then of course we get a small commission on the purchase. It's convenience for you guys. It's, income for us guys. It's a win-win. You don't have to go and search all over the internet. And again, these links don't affect our independence. We've had products which were reviewed which didn't have links, early in the life cycle, and that's fine with us. This doesn't make us review or not review a product.
At the end of the day, guys, we are not living off of YouTube, but off of the passion for tech that we have and finding the best way to help you make a purchase decision in an informative but also an entertaining way. Yeah. And if we can make money from that, then it just gives us more possibilities to do what we're doing, but bigger and better. And the last thing we would want is us losing your trust in DHRME. And we hope this video makes it clear where we stand.
Yeah. We also do it for fame, right?
Okay.
I like being famous.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys have any ideas or questions or feedback or anything, please let's start a discussion in the comments. And this is not one of the YouTuber things. We really want to hear from you what you think about this video as we are moving maybe to the next phase of this channel. We'd love to hear from you guys. And thank you so much for watching, and especially thanks to our wonderful members and patrons. You guys are amazing. And for our Fuck Montier supporters,
Paula, Gamma Panda, and Radioactive Iguana Dude.
You've been trusting DHRME.
And we've been DHRME.
Tui.
And at the end of the... Oh, God. Yeah.